Taking out her tools, Merrin connected the tiny gears and springs, one by one. At last, she saw a glow return to the Seahorse's emerald eyes.
Yay, Seahorse!
Oh.
It's all covered in kelp.
Turns out whatever we're supposed to go to is actually here.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty then. Boop.
Beyond the gate, Merrin gasped in awe as she looked up at the face of an elder sea dragon.
Ooh.
The graceful giant studied her. Its eyes were older than the Merrows, older even than the Watcher. "I want to help," Merrin said at last. "I'll do anything you ask." And no sooner had she said those words than she saw a vision.
I just wanted to, like, trump it out.
She saw how the Fomori had once tamed a giant beast called the Rimosa. It was a fierce and intelligent creature whose powerful tentacles could kill the largest leviathan in the sea. But it rebelled against the Fomori and drove them away. Now only their machines remain, gradually destroying what is left of the sea. The dreaded Rimosa, still tormented by the shackles of the Fomori, lives on in the depths below the Forbidden City. It preys on the human vessels above, exacting revenge against those who imprisoned it. Merrin looked back, up into the eyes of the sea dragon, and asked again, "What can I do?" But the sea dragon merely replied, "It is too late. There is nothing left to do."
Humans are the Fomori.
It replied,
Humans had to leave the ocean, or else that thing was just gonna
Merrin would not
kill all of
accept
them.
this. She would not simply give up. Even if it was too late, she would still try. What if the Rimosa was somehow connected to the Fomori Sentinels? What if the Rimosa was causing the destruction of the sea? If she could defeat that terrible beast, it might help to save Kara. If her father was still here, this is what he would do.
Well, it said that it was plagued by the shackles of the Fomori. Is that just a metaphor for, like, its servitude as their slave? Or could it mean that there's, like... Have you ever seen those creatures that their shackles are actually, like, spines or spikes that are, like, wedged into them? Like, maybe you just have to remove it and it'll be like, ouch, I'm no longer in pain anymore.
Nah, we're killing it.
Mm-hmm.
It gonna die. Okay, I see an area over there. So let's go down this direction. We're not gonna be able to get that.
Yeah, so
Oh, I know where the treasure is.
The rest of the comic was interesting. Ariel was actually able to break herself out of the glass prison by
No, I don't know
swishing a corkscrew. I think she had found a corkscrew for, like, opening up wine bottles. And she was somehow able to get through all that, you know, that very thick glass with just a tiny little needle head. And she was able to actually have a fist fight with the princess of the eel people. And Cornelia didn't intervene. She's just like, you know, this is what you get for being such an evil daughter. And in the meantime, I think Cornelius...
Parenting. Letting other kids do your work for you.
Yeah, Cornelius and King Triton were duking it out with their respective weapons and ended up just destroying the entirety of their underwater civilization. Not like the people themselves, per se, but all of the structures were just razed to the ground. And I think it was, like, Ariel said that, you know, we have the princess hostage if you don't cease the fighting and release Ariel, whatever. But except Ariel had already freed herself. Never mind. They just said, you know, stop the hostilities or you won't get your daughter back. And Cornelius is like, fine. But when I get her back, I won't relent. I will destroy you. And Cornelius just like, yeah, but what do we have left, per se? And it's just rubble all around them. In the meantime, the daughter was getting tortured, as she called it, by Scuttle, who was just singing random shanty music up above. And Ariel released her bonds and let her go, and, you know, she did the whole, "he won't see the last of me" kind of thing, and then the princess swam away. But I just thought that was so cute when I was young. I was just like, yeah, you actually got to see, you know, other underwater civilizations as opposed to just the merfolk down there. There's also actually a scary edition of that comic that I have too, about this guy who had a vessel that looked very similar to this, albeit it actually looked like a fish with teeth. And he had made this submarine with the sole purpose of finding and bringing back a merfolk specimen to prove that he wasn't crazy.
I'm gonna kidnap me a mermaid.
No, but he didn't care if he accidentally killed the mermaid either. He had harpoons and all these other things, just completely decked out.
Mermaid sashimi.
But in the end, in his efforts to find Ariel, he actually damaged his ship enough that he was going to die, and she saved his life. And then he's like, you know, I won't pursue the mer people anymore, kind of deal.
I guess I can get through this area too. Sadly, all the upgrades I've been getting are kind of the boring ones.
Actually, did you ever watch any of the Disney television shows
Not
that
really.
were animated?
Most of them did not really appeal.
Because I had watched the Little Mermaid one, the Aladdin one, and then the Tarzan one. And
I think part of it is you had the Disney Channel, didn't you?
well, the thing was, I had to. It was back in the old days when, even if there was a channel that you couldn't access, you could, if you just flipped your antenna the right way, you could actually pick up stations you weren't supposed to. That was the only way I saw Pokemon back in the day.
Oh, we kind of had that problem when I was in New Mexico, but that's because we're in the freaking mountains, and I mean, good luck getting any kind of reception in on a mountain.
True. But the Tarzan one was interesting because I remember there was this whole subplot where there was this, like, Queen La, and she was essentially like an ancient sorceress that had made herself queen of the panther people. And by panther people, I mean humanoid panthers. Except they were also leopards.
I just
Maybe
remember
was
that there
the
was a
leopard men?
George of the Jungle.
There was a George of the Jungle animated series?
Yeah.
Really?
In fact, I think you and I watched a bit of it at a hotel.
The George of the Jungle animated movie.
No, series.
Series.
Yeah.
Ah, interesting.
I don't think it was good, but...
Yeah. But back to the Tarzan one. So what was interesting thing about La was she had at first feigned being an amicable individual, like, you know, oh, look at you, Tarzan, you're, you know, king of the apes. I'm, you know, queen of the leopards and such. And it was just sort of
She was
weird...
a cougar.
Well, she was, and she was super ancient too. You didn't find this out until later, but she actually, like, had the visage of a young woman. But she was able to climb in the trees, swing about, do everything that Tarzan did. And so Jane, who was still living with Tarzan at the time, was having a hard time keeping up. And she started to get disheartened, like, you know, is La a better fit for Tarzan than I am? You know, I'm just a clumsy human kind of thing. And then, when La thinks the time is right, she actually orders her leopard men to kill Jane. Then they throw her over a waterfall, and La whips up a story of, oh, there was nothing that we could do, you know, blah, blah, blah.
What?
And, you know, Tarzan's really devastated, and La, you know, propositions him, like, you know, oh, she was no good for you anyway, and plus, I can be your queen. And Tarzan's like, no, I must find Jane.
Oh, right, it was lava. And
then he finds out about her deception, and he and Jane proceed to fight La. And Jane cracks La's scepter, or staff, that has like a bizarre stone in it. Or maybe it was a necklace she wore. Either way, the stone is broken, and La does the whole, no, my power! And, you know, she proceeds to shrivel up into an ancient husk, because that was apparently what was keeping her alive all that time, and just blows away into ashes, and all the leopard men revert back into leopards. And yay! The jungle is saved. But I was just thinking, wow, you know, these side stories get pretty dark and pretty crazy. Like, I wouldn't have expected crazy magic in Tarzan, would you?
I don't know. Tarzan was never... I was never a big fan of Tarzan.
I love the Tarzan movie, though. It was Phil Collins all the way through. What, you don't like Phil Collins' music?
It was okay.
I think he also did the score for Brother Bear.
By the way, this area sucks.
Oh, yep, sorry. I haven't been paying attention because I've been reminiscing about my childhood.
You have been. Wait, oh god. Are you serious?
What?
I'm just thinking about how this area works, and I like none of it.
Whoa! Yeah.
So here's the problem.
You have to push that through. You can't freeze it because it will go in the laser and activate.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to freeze it a little bit so that it can get through.
Yep.
Whoa, no. Melting it? Yeah. No, that's not gonna do.
I guess it doesn't...
You just have to keep it pressed.
Yeah, I gotta herd this. I'm gonna wait until it comes back down.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, what I'm going to do is wait for it right here.
Oh, go, 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 go!
There we go.
Yay!
I don't like this area at all. It's hard.
Wait, why did you need that if there was... Oh, yes, you need to put it on the
I gotta get
pedestal.
two of them.
And curve.
Don't go rolling anywhere else. Okay.
Yay!
What? Oh no, this is something cool. Ice
An
minefield.
ice
Release a cluster of ice mines, creating a small minefield in front of the sub. What else do we have up here? This took some serious effort to get in and out of.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be, but at the same time, it's just like,
I always wanted to be able to make a mermaid tail. Like a functional one that you can actually use underwater. Oh, you want it to explode there?
Yeah, as well. God, these mines don't kill me.
It took off a large
It hurts,
chunk of your
but
health.
whatever. I mean, I can live with that. Yeah, this was rough getting into. Oh, there's a feedable clam in there. Well, I don't care.
Well, the thing is, you had a green coral there before, but
Well, I know where the green coral is to feed it. It's back where I got one of the bombs.
right, precisely.
But I have to go through that entire kind of laser field area. It'd be pretty fast. But I mostly got the thing I actually cared about, and everything else is just like, meh. Like, I'm here for the permanent upgrades, because I make more than enough money that I can... Or, you know, in-game... I think I only have one upgrade left. Actually.
Mm-hmm.
Did I get that lava bear? Oh, yeah, I must have got that lava bear, yeah. Okay. So what do you want from me? How did we get in here? Or is this... Oh.
Yep.
It actually has the capacity to get in. Oh.
Yeah, it's summoning those guys.
I forgot about these rooms. We've only been in like 2 of them. At least I've got all the nice kind of lava mine combat rooms set up here, which is actually pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess I was talking about this earlier, how I was saying this is probably one of the lower list Metroidvanias. A lot of it has to do with the fact that, like, this game's combat and, like, enemy design is really basic and repetitive. like, the interesting part is getting around, which, to be fair, is good, but it kind of makes combat feel like a chore. More than something interesting that I want to, like, keep doing. Like, it's not bad.
It almost makes me wonder, I mean, I don't mind games where you have a lot of minion mooks, but I almost prefer the ones where you have fewer enemies, but more interesting combat.
It depends. I would rather have a variety of enemies over the course of a game. That, like, do new and interesting things to keep it kind of fresh and interesting. And to keep up with my new abilities. Trying to think of a good example here. Of a game that, like, constantly adds new and interesting enemies to keep you on your toes. Kind of coming up with a bit of a blank right now, which is actually really freaking bad. I'm sure there's one if I think about it hard enough.
So, do you believe that humans are indeed the descendants of the Fomori?
In this one? Possibly.
I mean, because why else would the... What was it? Furry?
I mean, it's also killing everything else.
True.
I'm not entirely sure if we're the descendants of the Fomori. But I do believe that the squid is just going after everything. Okay, so here's an interesting
Squid
thought.
or octopi?
Octopi.
Whoa! She's scared there.
Yeah, she did not have a good time with that. You're supposed to stealth past that, but I realized somewhere along the way that I actually can live through a shot from one of those things. So I'm like, alright, guts!
Well, you were practically dead there.
Oh yeah, very, very much so. I was not planning on getting hit by two of them. I was actually hoping I could hide on the other side or something. These rocks are in the way and it's annoying. Bird never replied back. Wonder what he's up to.
Oh, it's okay. I mean, isn't it 11 o'clock?
It's midnight.
Oh, wow. That much time passed.
Well,
Last I had looked, it was 10:30.
we'll beat this and then probably beat this. We'll beat this and then we'll probably...
You mean this particular head?
No. I want to beat the game.
Tonight?
If I can. It feels like we're towards the end. I've got an upgrade for, like, everything.
I wonder where the father is, though, at this rate.
Possibly... It's implied that he's dead, but I'm kind of the opinion that he is still very much alive.
We need more ammo.
Actually, we don't need... Well, ammo to throw at the head, yeah, but
Yes.
it's switching back and forth between...
One mode and the other.
Yeah.
Oh, it
It's
actually had some
switching-
coming out of its eyes, too. Eyes and mouth.
Yeah, this is the most aggressive of all the heads we've fought. Luckily, we actually regenerate time, based on, like, enemy kills and stuff. Makes it real freaking easy to fight things.
Oh, it actually shot one out of the crystal in its head.
Like, you know how I was talking about this one being rather easy? Like, combat is not the highlight of this game. And I feel like that's kind of a shame, because it ends up being more of just a time waster than actually exploring. And it's not so bad. I don't know. It's just they're better Metroidvanias. We should play Guacamelee together at some point.
Oh, right! Which is supposed to be like Banjo-Kazooie. It was made by the people that did Banjo-Kazooie, right?
No.
What?
Get out of here, Mr. Crab. This is not by...
Oh, not Guacamelee. I meant, what is it? What is it?
You're thinking ukulele?
Ukulele.
Yeah, that doesn't come out for a while. Though they put out the toy box earlier today for people that paid into it.
Ah. Yeah, sorry. Guacamelee and ukulele sounded so similar.
Yeah, Guacamelee was really cool because it actually lets you reskin the characters. So if we wanted to have like a characters specifically keyed in for us, we could.
Interesting.
Yeah, which would be a kind of a fun way to do things. Because how often do you get
It's
to do that kind of
electrified.
thing?
You don't want to be pausing
Yeah.
while in a spinning electrified
I'm in
vein
no
of
rush.
death. Aha. Oh, and the little jellyfish have to come out.
Oh, come on.
I didn't realize you could zoom in this far.
I
might
didn't
wanna
either.
find the head,
oh, there it
though.
is.
I would zoom out though for
I
this.
can't.
Oh, no, you can't?
It's like...
Oh, it's not dependent upon your controls. I see.
Yeah, it was dependent entirely... Really. I came in here entirely just to get this... Alright.
Yeah.
Unless it turns out I did need that head and we'll have to drag it out elsewhere. Yeah, Guacamelee is great. The reason why I haven't been particularly interested in playing Guacamelee up until now is Guacamelee did this kind of nonsense thing where they released a like super ultra turbo championship edition for more money. And that always feels like kind of weirdly dishonest to me.
And what happens with that edition? And is it one of those things where it forces you to buy the new edition as opposed to upgrading the current one with less money? Ooh,
And
I live somewhere under the Forbidden City, but am I really ready to face it?
And like they give a discount, just like I think Ori and the Blind Forest did, but it was like,
You're not going to buy anything from Mr. Krabs?
gee, is there? I think there's one more upgrade that I can buy actually. Yeah, this is why I haven't been completionist. Your head, we got
As
everything.
Merrin finished installing the final components, she sat back and admired her work. Even the hermit crab blinked in awe at Merrin's accomplishment. She had integrated every last scrap of Fomori technology that the hermit crabs had ever scrounged up. Each strange, unexplainable piece of ancient machinery from the farthest reaches of the sea floor was now in her service. As time went on, this monumental achievement would become one of the enduring legends of the sea, never to be forgotten.
Yay! Marin got...
Is that literally everything?
Yeah, so I think it's one of those things where you didn't necessarily need to get all the money, you just need to get all of the items. Wait, world progression, you're missing 10 items. If you really wanted 100%
Yeah, there are
world progression.
HP upgrades and
And a lot of
a couple
treasure.
other things. I don't know. I don't really care that much. What do we got up here? Oh wait, this is the
The big open
yeah, this
zone.
we've been here before. We just took the top route this time around. Let's see. Would
The
Dark
music is
Souls
becoming
work?
even more
Yeah.
dire.
I would say Dark Souls actually has a pretty good enemy diversity that I could point to.
Hope that opens up the gate down there.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Get out!
No, it's okay. We're good. Let's see. Oh, shoot. Oh, I see. That's for the other area. Yeah, might as well see what's up here now that we actually have the ability to come inside and, like, look around. Oh, I see. We were supposed to come in here
Sonar
earlier.
blast.
Oh.